Okay. Today I'm going to explain what are enzymes, its properties, types of properties, general properties and physical properties, and the chemical properties. So let us study one by one. What are enzymes? Enzymes are biocatalysts that enhance the rate of many biochemical reactions in living organisms, or we can say biocatalysts, as we can say it as biocatalysts are substance. Nusrat,
Yeah, I'll see. Oh, I'll look over it. Now it's visible, na?
okay, can I? Yes, yes. Enzymes are biocatalysts, means biocatalysts are defined as are substance which activates or speeds up the biochemical reaction. That enhance means it increases the rate of many biochemical reactions in living organisms. An enzyme facilitates the conversion of substrates into products by providing suitable conditions that lower the activation energy of that reaction. Means enzymes make easier in conversion of substrates into products by providing specific temperature and pH range that lowers the activation energy of that reaction. The name enzymes are derived from Greek and it means in yeast because the first enzymatic biocatalytic activity was revealed in yeast cells. The name yeast was coined by German physiologist Wilhelm Quinn in 1878. Enzymes may be a protein or nucleic acid. Not all proteins are enzymes, but few of them are the enzymes. Protein are enzymes. As as in case of ribozymes, ribozymes is a ribonucleic acid enzyme that catalyzes a chemical reaction, and in DNAs are enzymes that specifically cleave and degrade DNA. Oh, Nusrat, next slide.
Yes.
The active site of an enzyme is the regions of the enzyme that directly involved in catalysis. And this point we will see in next slide. It is in detail. An enzyme may contain two parts, that is apoenzymes and a prosthetic group. A protein or nucleic acid component of an enzyme is known as apoenzyme, or we can say it as a protein part of an holoenzyme is known as hapoenzymes. An organic non-protein compound that binds with an enzyme to catalyze a reaction is known as coenzyme. Coenzymes are further divided into two types, prosthetic group and a co-substrates. What is an prosthetic group means? Prosthetic groups which consist of a coenzyme that is tightly and permanently bound to protein, and co-substrates are transiently bound to the protein. The combination of apoenzymes and a coenzyme form holoenzymes or complete enzyme. Or we can say it as these two enzymes combine to each other to form holoenzyme. As in this picture, you can see coenzyme is a protein portion which is inactive, and this is the next is coenzyme where it is a non-protein portion. These two enzymes combine together to give holoenzyme or a whole enzyme active. It activates the enzyme. And next slide, these are the flowcharts of enzyme properties. Enzymes are highly specific and it requires optimum pH, and it requires optimum temperature. It is repressed by inhibitors, and it requires cofactors function, and its function is reversible, and it has a stable structure and it is extremely efficient. And now let us start this property. General properties of enzymes. All enzymes are proteins in nature, but some are composed of RNA and DNA. Enzymes functions by accelerating the rate of biochemical reactions. Means the functions of enzymes is increased at the rate of biochemical reactions. They are effective in small quantities. Enzymes work by reducing the activation energy of reactions so that the same reaction can take place at lower energy levels at normal body temperature. An enzyme can accelerate the rate of reaction in either direction. Uh, if you have any doubt, I will clear after session. Please. Wait a minute. Hmm. And enzymes increase the rate of both forward and reverse reactions. The activity of the enzyme is pH dependent. Means the activities of enzyme is dependent on pH. Enzymes can catalyze a chemical reaction most effective at a specific pH known as optimum pH. The optimum pH for pepsin is 2 and for trypsin is 8.5. Pepsin is found in stomach and this trypsin is found in the small intestine, and their pH is 2. It works in stomach. Pepsin works at pH 2 and trypsin at 8.5. Most of the intracellular enzymes are effective at a neutral pH or pH of the cells. Means inside the cell these are more effective. The active site is the specific region of the enzymes that participates in the catalysis of biochemical reactions. Enzymes are very unstable and its 3D conformation can be altered by various factors like temperature, pH, chemical denaturants, etc. Means enzymes are very unstable and its a 3D conformation can be altered. Means if by these four, means like temperature, pH and chemical denaturants, this affects the enzymes by altered in the sense, means it changes its structure or characters or composition by these effects. Nusrat, next slide. What are enzyme properties? Enzyme properties are the biological characters of enzymes that are used for their quantification, identification, and characterization. Enzymes are proteins or nucleic acids, and their catalytic behavior is one of the most important properties of them. Without enzyme catalysis, most cellular reactions would take place too slowly to support life. As we know that without enzymes we are nothing. Means our life is nothing without enzymes. Enzymes are very good in catalysis as they can speed up many biochemical reaction rates by 10 to the power of 20 times that of uncatalyzed reactions. The four most important properties of enzymes include catalytic property, specificity, reversibility, and sensitiveness to heat, temperature, and pH. Let us know these properties in detail in the next slides. Hello, Nusrat. Huh. Types of enzyme properties. There are different levels of enzyme properties. Some enzyme properties are concerning about the physical characteristics of enzymes and are termed physical properties. Some are other enzyme properties that are associated with the reactions they catalyze. They are termed as chemical properties. The structural characteristics of enzymes are known as structural properties, and kinetics parameters of enzyme catalyzed reaction can be studied under kinetics properties. Nusrat, next slide. And let us start with the physical properties of enzyme. A physical property, here it is a flowchart of these properties. First is a temperature, pH, colloidal nature, solubility, and color. These are important physical properties of an enzyme. Temperature. Enzymes are thermolabile and are sensitive to changes in heat and temperature. These enzymes are more effective when the temperature is present in it. The temperature at which an enzyme exhibits maximum catalysis is known as optimum temperature. Some of the common enzymes are destroyed or inactivated at a temperature below the boiling point of water. Enzymes present in liquid media get inactivated at temperature equal to 60 degrees Celsius. Dried forms of enzymes extract can withstand temperature from 100 to 120 degrees Celsius. All enzymes are between 25 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius. You can see here the optimum pH for selected enzymes. Enzyme body pH will be is 7.4, and certain organs operate at lower and higher optimum pH values. As a pepsin in stomach, you can see it has 1.5 to 2, and sucrose in small intestine, and its separate substrate is sucrose, it is 6.2, and amylase in pancreas, and its substrate is amylose, and its optimum pH is 6.7 to 7.0. Urease in the liver, and its substrate is urea at optimum pH is 7, and trypsin in small intestine, and substrate is peptide bonds. Its optimum pH is 7.7 to 8.0, and lipase in pancreas, substrate is lipid, and its optimum pH is 8.0, and arginase in liver, and its substrate is arginine, and optimum pH of it is 9.7. What is in a pH? Some enzymes are active in acid pH, some are in active in basic pH, and others are active at neutral pH. The pH at which exhibit maximum catalysis is known as optimum pH. Most of the endoenzymes or intracellular enzymes have an optimum pH of 7. And digestive enzymes are an exception, means they have different optimum pH. The salivary amylase express best catalytic activity at a pH of 6.8, but pepsin can work better at pH 2. The changes in pH of the medium where enzyme present can cause ionization of side chain groups of amino acids and thereby limit the catalytic activity. And there is a limit, means the changes in pH of the medium where enzyme present can cause ionization of side chain groups of amino acids, and there it is a limited catalytic activity. The change in pH can sometimes reverse a biochemical reaction. Phosphorylate enzyme at pH 7.0 causes the breakdown of starch to glucose 1 phosphate, but at pH 5 the same enzyme converts glucose 1 phosphate back to starch. Optimum pH for some enzymes are as shown in this figure. As you can see here, lipase has 7.5, acidic protease has 2.5, alkaline protease has 8.0, trypsin has 9.0, chymotrypsin has 9.0, alpha amylase has 8, invertase has 6.5, trehalase has 5.0, hemicellulase has 6.0, and glucoamylase has 6.0, and lastly alpha galactosidase has 5.5. Colloidal particles. Colloid means is a mixture where one of the substance is split into very minute particles which are dispersed throughout a second substance. That minute particles are known as colloidal particles. Properties of colloidal metals are enzymes are large molecular proteins. Enzymes are large molecular proteins. The size of an enzyme ranges from 12,000 to over 1 million. Most of the enzymes are very large compared to the substrate or functional group they act. Once again, I will say the size of an enzyme ranges from 12 to over 1 million. Most of the enzymes are very large compared to the substrate's functional group as they act. Enzymes behave like colloids due to their larger size. Enzymes possess extremely low rates of diffusion and form colloidal systems in water due to their large size. Most of the enzymes are non-dialyzable due to their colloidal nature. Some enzymes contain a dialyzable or dissociable component in the form of coenzymes. Color and solubility this of enzymes. Some enzymes are colorless, but other possesses colors like yellow, blue, and in green. Most of the enzymes are precipitated by concentrated alcohols, ammonium sulfate, trichloroacetic acid. Most of the enzymes are soluble in water, most of the enzymes are soluble in water, dilute glycerol, acid solutions, and salt solutions. Enzymes are activated or inhibited by high temperature, pH, UV rays, heavy metals, etc. Enzymes are activated at these temperatures, means like high temperature and in pH, UV rays, and in heavy metals. The enzymes will be very active in it. And these are the chemical properties of enzymes. The common means first is catalytic power, specificity, reversibility, and cofactors. Let us study one by one. Catalytic property. हाँ, हेलो नुसरत, उनको पूछो मेरा वॉइस आ रहा कि नहीं।
Hello.
हाँ उनको
Yeah,
वो
yeah,
जो
I'm
मैसेज कर
asking.
रहे
I'm
थे।
asking. Is the sound audible? Okay, audible है. Jagruti, continue. Okay, thank you.
Catalytic property of an enzyme. All enzymes have extraordinary catalytic power. Catalytic power means it increases the enzyme functions rapidly or quickly. Catalytic power is the ability of an enzyme to increase the rate of reactions. As it is said here, enzymes increase the rate but remain unchanged after the reaction. They are very active in small quantities. Even a small amount of enzymes can convert a large number of substrates to products. The catalytic property of an enzyme can be calculated from a turnover number. After I will say this turnover number. Turnover number is the number of substrate molecules converted by one molecule of enzymes per second when its active site is saturated with substrate. Nusrat, next slide. The turnover number of most enzymes ranges from 0.5 to 6 lakhs. Another technique to measure the catalytic property of an enzyme is enzyme assays. It is enzyme assay is a technique where we can measure these catalytic properties of an enzyme. Most of the enzyme assays are color based. These techniques monitor the rate at which the characteristic color of a product forms or the color of a substrate decreases. Enzyme International Unit, that is IU, is used to report the catalytic activity of an enzyme. As you can see here, the chart, enzyme turnover numbers of some of the examples are there here. Carbonic anhydrase has 6 lakhs turnover number per second. Acetyl, sorry, one second. Acetylcholinesterase, it has 2,80,000, and penicillinase has 2,000, and chymotrypsin has 100, and DNA polymerase 1 has 15 turnover number, and lysozyme has 0.5 turnover number. Next slide, Nusrat. Wow. IU defines enzyme activity as the amount of enzyme that will convert a specified amount of substrate to a product within a certain time. Means this IU defines enzyme activity as the amount of enzyme that will convert a specified amount of substrate to a product within a certain time. Within a certain time, it converts the specified amount to a substrate. One standard IU is the quantity of enzyme that catalyzes the conversion of 1 micromole of substrates per minute under standard conditions of temperature and pressure. Substrate concentration, enzyme concentration, temperature, pH, etc. are the major factors that determine the enzyme activity. Specificity of the enzyme. One of the important properties of the enzyme is specificity. The specificity is a property that explains how particular enzyme acts on a particular substrate only. Enzymes show different types of specificity, such as absolute specificity bond or linkage specificity, group specificity, and stereo specificity, etc. Only a few enzymes exhibit absolute specificity. That means they will catalyze only one particular reaction. Most of the enzymes exhibit group specificity. That means they are specific for a particular type of functional group. Linkage specificity is another type of enzyme specificity in which an enzyme acts on a particular type of chemical bond. Some other enzymes exhibit stereochemical specificity characterized by enzyme action on a particular stereo or optical isomer. Cofactor specificity and geometric specificity are two other types of enzyme specificity. And this is the next property of it, reversibility. Most of the enzyme catalyzed reactions are reversible. The reversibility of a chemical reaction depends on the requirement of the cells. Some metabolic reactions are characterized by substrate enzymes for forward and backward reactions. Not all enzymes catalyzed reactions are reversible, but some are reversible. And the cofactors. Most of the enzymes require cofactors for catalysis. Apoenzyme is the protein part of an enzyme whereas cofactor is the non-protein part of an enzyme. As before in the slide, you have seen there apoenzyme and the cofactor of it. Cofactor, these two combines to combine each other to give holoenzyme. So this cofactor plays very important role in enzymes. A cofactor may be a metal ion or an organic molecule that makes the apoenzyme a functional complex. Most of the cofactors are thermostable, whereas apoenzymes are thermolabile. A cofactor modulates the activity of an enzyme. There is no specificity associated with cofactor action. One cofactor can work for many enzymes. And these are the examples of some cofactors. Hmm. K plus Mg2 plus and Fe2 plus Fe3 plus Cu2 plus CO2 plus, these are the some cofactors examples. The organic cofactor is known as a coenzyme. Many organic cofactors are derived from vitamins. Thiamine and riboflavin, pantothenic acid, nicotinic acid, and pyridoxine, etc., are common coenzymes. And here you can see the cofactors, chart of the enzyme cofactors. Cofactors. Okay, thank you. Any questions you can